You know, everybody wants to think that all their hard work will pay off when they retire. And we all know that there is a retirement plan crisis in the making. But do you realize how close that crisis really is? Because we all need to at least survive this. But boy, wouldn't it be nice if we could thrive through this? There are so many people that are dependent upon the fiat money system for their retirement. And you know, with paper, with intangible assets, frankly, they can make things look however they want them to look, where underneath what you're seeing is deterioration. So here is a current report that came out on the funding levels of the private pension plans. And hey, they're now 97% funded. Of course, that is thanks to all the free money printing that the Fed and the interest rates that the Fed has supported these markets. Because most of these funds are typically invested in stocks, in bonds, and real estate. And so, Fed supported. Interest rates are the key tool that the central banks use to regulate the rate and speed of inflation. And as you should all know, as I certainly know, and hopefully you do too, is that it's not working anymore. They have no room in those interest rates to go. So even though this Fed-driven liquidity and these Fed-driven markets and stocks and bonds and real estate are floating, that's why you've got right now these private pension plans almost fully funded. That's the good news. But you better ask, how safe, if that's what you are counting on to retire, then you definitely need to know, am I going to be able to retire on that? Because it's out of the frying pan into the fire. I mean, this is all manipulated stuff. And so what's happened over the years, or at least since 2005, the level of investment from these private pension plans into stocks has declined as the investment into bonds has gone up. This is likely to be, for both gold and silver, the cheapest that you have been able to buy it. Because parts of the physical market, a lot of the physical market is still guided by the spot market at this point. That will not always be true. But at this point, it still is. So you do what I do, which is I take advantage of it and I continue to accumulate because I know it is so darn cheap. Talking about Peloton, who, you know, the CEO sold over 1 million shares, and their legal culture chief, 90 million, product chief, 60 million, COO, 28 million. So insiders in Peloton took 2021 to sell an awful lot of their stock, as the stock was kind of going up. It was a little bouncy. It was really performing much better in 2020, obviously with the lockdowns. Do you think these insiders know something you don't? But Peloton to temporarily halt production because sales of their bikes and their treadmills declined so rapidly. You think they might have known that as they were selling their stocks? You own this. That's how you fight inflation. That's also how you protect yourself from crisis, by the way. But do they want you to realize what's really happening to the currency? Heck no, they don't. They want you to stay in the stock market, stay in the bond market.